Minecraft's limitless nature makes it the perfect game to create movies in. And that is what I exactly did over the past 4 years on YouTube. In that time, we have been able to create an exploding command block, an evil turtle playing a piano in the void, a functioning rolling boulder, and so much more. I've gained a lot of experience in creating these cinematic videos, and I thought it was finally time to show the process. I believe that you're able to break up the process into 4 categories. You have replay mod, the camera for these films, acting, the main element we use for storytelling, visuals, from sets to shaders and lighting, and finally, special effects and props, the elements that can really break the boundaries of these films. Now, let's get into it with the first category of making a Minecraft movie, replay mod. Replay mod is the main tool that is needed to create a film. To get started with it, you first hop into your world and click start recording. After you are done, you click stop recording, obviously, and then you have a fully recorded segment of your world. All the players, mobs, scenes, everything that happened from the moment when you press record to the moment when you stopped, you can watch and replay in a spectator form. With that, I am then able to keyframe out where the camera is able to go. In addition, I can also change the rotation of the camera and the playback speed if I are looking to do a time lapse or a slow-mo. Also, the scariest thing you're able to do is get the POV of other players and even mobs. Finally, I can see what a chicken sees! Okay, I'm bored. Another fun trick I have learned is to mess with the FOV. This is similar to zooming in with the camera, or more accurately, changing the focal length. This can just overall give me a more varied look with my camera, giving me the same effect a real camera would have. I've also utilized a mod called the Create mod. Wait, no, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I meant the Creator Overlay mod, which allows camera overlays such as the rule of third. And if you don't know how to use this, pretty much it's mostly about keeping your subject on one of these intersections or just along one of the lines. Which leads me up to some cinematography techniques I have learned over the years. First off, one of the main problems I see with someone who just learned using replay mod is doing long shots like this. I'm sorry, but this looks horrible. It just looks very janky, and I went, oh, hold on. Sorry about that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, don't do that, especially when starting off. I had to learn the hard way, but when I started to understand the camera more, I was able to do a lot better. But I've learned that it's just better to keep the shots short. The rest of these techniques that I have actually come from real life filmmaking, such as the 180-degree rule, where you have to stay on one side of a conversation or it just looks weird and confusing and gross, and if you do that, I hate you personally. There's also wide, medium, and close-up sequence. Oh, whoa, hey, too close. Okay, yeah, there we go, that's better. Wide, medium, and close-up sequences. They're pretty much a common practice in real-life filmmaking when cutting through shots that are just a good starting off point. Pretty much, what I try to do is look at modern television. What? What is this? No, not that! Okay, thank you. I pretty much look at modern television such as this for inspiration of how I can do my own stuff, such as how I took the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark and try my best of my ability to recreate the exact shot type and sequences. So pretty much, if you know good real-life filmmaking techniques, they will most likely transfer over to Minecraft. I will even be nice and will show you how to do a real-life filming technique that I originally thought was impossible. A Dolly Zoom. A Dolly Zoom is a practice in real-life filmmaking where the camera will either move closer to the subject while zooming out, or move away from the subject while zooming in. And as you can see, it gives this really strange effect. Unfortunately in Minecraft, you aren't able to slowly zoom in or out, so we have to do a little bit more of a scuffed way. First, you record the background your subject is going to be on. Then, you record your subject on a green screen. You then put the two together in post, then either zoom out from the background while zooming into your subject, or vice versa. And technically, this isn't perfect, but I was able to come with it on my own. So, let's see you try to do something better, big guy, huh? Come on, let's go, come fight me. I'll fight you right here, right now, let's go, come on. Fight. But now, it is time to talk about the issues with replay mod. And there is a lot. So this is gonna be a lightning round. So make sure you keep up, okay? Here we go. So a lot of mods are cool to work with replay mod, but not all of them work. So I have to make sure to test them out beforehand. Replay mod only works in certain versions, so don't come crying to me when you can't do the Alex's Mobs mod in the newest version. I already cried! You can't change the time and weather after the recording, but you can change your skin only if you're in a single player world. Replay mod does not export game audio. Your render distance when recording dictates how far you're able to even record. And particles can cause weird issues before recording, so I have to make sure my friend doesn't spam a million fireworks before I start recording, because I'll just have to end up redoing the whole entire shot! Fireworks. Matt, stop! If you want a more in-depth tutorial of how to use replay mod efficiently, I will leave tutorials down in the description. But now, it's time to move over towards the next cornerstone. Acting. To mine, or not to mine? That is the craft. I'm not an expert at acting, but I've learned to pretend to be good over the years. Pretty much, due to Minecraft's blocky nature, it's hard to show physical expression. So most of the acting comes from voice acting. What I usually do is I just yell into the mic for 5 hours straight, and then I get my friends and I make them do the exact same thing. And after 2 years, you might develop some voice acting abilities. It usually works. Trust me. To also add to the performance, I sometimes add head movements to kind of pretend that the characters are actually talking. So if you're having a normal conversation, it will look like this. But if you're mad and angry and yelling and crazy, you would look like this. The only issue with doing this is I have to either record voice lines while recording replay mod, or record them before and then just try to sync them while recording replay mod. A more advanced way I've learned to physically express emotion is through Mine-imator. Mine-imator is an animation software specifically for Minecraft, and this technique I'm about to show you can most likely apply to other programs such as Blender. But I prefer Mine-imator because it uses keyframes to animate like replay mod, and it has all the Minecraft elements I would need. So with Mine-imator, all I have to do is animate what I want my character to do, and then make the background green so I can green screen the animation into the Minecraft world. Now doing this can be a little bit difficult though, because you have to match lighting, which gets a whole lot more difficult if you're using shaders. But if you do it effectively, it can look pretty cool. I only try to use in comedic scenes though, because let's be honest, it does look a little goofy. I will also leave a tutorial for Mine-imator down in the description if you're interested. Now, this is all great, but let's say you need to get a shot with multiple people and you don't have friends.
Crimpy, look! Look, Crimpy, over here, look at the TNT I found! Look at how much TNT I got, dude, there's so much! Wait, what are you doing with, wait, Crimpy, no, wait, no, I'm gonna blow up, Crimpy, I'm gonna blow up.
So here's the deal, you got two options. You make some friends, or use an NPC mod to create your own friends. With NPC mods, you're able to make big groups of people and position them however you want. It is something I haven't used too much because, well, I have a group of people who are willing to handle 7-hour recording sessions, but I find it pretty useful when I'm needing really big groups of people. Now, that covers most parts of acting. I'll leave some videos on voice acting below if you want to improve, but let's now move over to visuals. With visuals, there are a lot of different elements to it. You have your sets, lightings, shaders, etc. But let's focus on sets first. So I'm no building expert, but there are many different sets you're able to have in Minecraft. You can obviously just build full exterior and interior buildings, facades where you only worry about building the inside, and green screens. To help with sets, I like using World Edit to build faster, Lightmatica to import other buildings I may have, possibly various furniture mods to help with the smaller details, and immersive paintings. Huh, that's weird. This painting just says subscribe. Huh. I don't know what that's doing here. Did you do it? Okay, you better have. Now, let's talk about lighting is an important element when working on sets. It makes sure that we are able to see the environment and, more importantly, your subject easily. I usually accompany lighting with shaders for just an overall more dramatic lighting. The shaders I personally come back to a lot are Silder's shaders and Complementary. Silder's is a lot more dramatic and gives that cool sunray effect, while Complementary is not as intense, but has cool texture in some blocks, and also the end sky looks pretty. Like, look at this! Woo! End sky! A random applause for end sky! Yippee! Complementary is also a bit more customizable, where you can really go crazy with it. I can even take shaders one step further and add some color grading in post. This can make it look so much cooler if you really learn how to do it right. Just make sure you don't go too much. Like this. But let's focus more on lighting your subject. Now, in real life, there are three main lighting techniques. There is the key light, which is meant to illuminate most of your subject. You then have your fill light to fill in some of the shadows you missed by the key light, or just to be used by itself to give a dramatic feeling. And then you have your backlight, which helps you remove your subject more from the background, or just silhouettes your subject. But in Minecraft, we really only have two of these, key and backlight. The reason we don't really have a fill light is because, well, Minecraft faces are smooth. I'm sorry I had to learn this way. But anyways, enough with my ugly ass face. It's now time to move on to our last section, special effects and props. Minecraft has a limited selection of weapons, items, and armors to wear, but fortunately, you're able to add more into the game. Let me introduce you to the wonderful world of modeling. What? No, not that type. I mean like Minecraft models. Come on, man. Whatever. Anyways, with using programs such as Blockbench, I'm able to create hats, weapons, or even animated boulders using this program. With this, the possibilities are endless in terms of what you're able to add into the game. Just don't add this. This is too scary, even for me. If you also want to learn how to use Blockbench, I'll also put a tutorial down in the description for that too. But now, we go to special effects. First, let's look at what you're able to do in the vanilla game. Utilizing command blocks, you're able to summon particles that can give you some pretty cool effects. Or, you could just do it my way, and pull out your flint and steel and just start setting things on fire. I find this method a lot more fun. But if we start bringing in mods, we can do a lot more, such as using the crate mod. The crate mod can do so many wacky things. Let's look at my indie video for example. With crate mod, we were able to make closing doors, a sensitive pressure pad, a working boulder, and even a functional plane. The only problem with crate mod is that I am bad at it, and I usually have to beg my friends to help me out. They usually don't want to. I'm able to even extend special effects past the game and into the editing room. Usually this doesn't look the best though, so I try to keep everything in game. And with that, you have just witnessed the journey I have gone through to learn how to make movies in Minecraft. If you have any questions or want to add on, leave it down in the comments. I still definitely have a good amount to learn as there are just so many things you can do with this game. Like, I'm still learning how to write. I was barely able to write this script.
It was 4 pages long. Do you know if spell checked or not? Also, why did
Okay, anyways, where was I? Oh, yes. So, if this video ends up inspiring any of you to make your own Minecraft movie, make sure to send it over to me on my Discord server. Well, that's all I have to say. You can go now. Really, I'm done. There's nothing else here. I mean, guess while you're here, you can subscribe. You know, we got past 1K. Thank you for that, by the way. But it's now time to get up to that 1 billion. So chop chop. Let's go, guys. Come on.